Hello there guys and welcome to how to stream using OBS. We're also going to have to use the Elgato, so if you don't have one of those then this isn't a tutorial for you. First thing that you need to do is make sure that your Elgato is plugged into your laptop. Now usually this will be plugged into the Xbox and that is the USB port. You're going to go ahead and unplug that and plug it into your computer or your laptop or whatever you're streaming from. Also make sure that your microphone and things like that are also plugged into whatever you're streaming from. For me, that's my laptop. Once you've downloaded OBS, I would suggest pinning it to your taskbar, and then I'm going to go ahead and open it up by selecting it down here. Okay, so once you're into the screen, you can see here you're probably presented with something like this. If you don't have a scene, then you can add one by pressing Add, or right-clicking and then selecting scene, and it should go up like this. You can see currently my microphone and desktop audio are selected, but first, let's go ahead to Settings. So any settings, you just want to copy down exactly what I currently have selected, and I'll tell you if you need something different. So here you can see we're on English and the theme is currently default. You can select a darker theme if you prefer, but for mine I'm just on default. Anything else on this screen doesn't really matter, just make sure they're the same as what you see here and you should be good to go. So go ahead down to the stream tab and select the streaming service or custom streaming. You just want to be on streaming service, and then you want to select here whatever you want to stream to. I think the two most popular are Twitch and YouTube, but if you want to stream to anything else then find it on the list here and go ahead and select it. But for this tutorial we'll be streaming to YouTube. Then you want to go ahead and take a look at the server, and currently I'm on the backup server, but you'll probably be on the primary server. Just leave it for primary for now, you should be okay. I've experienced a few problems on the primary server, so that's why I'm onto the backup. But if you don't have any problems on primary, then I would suggest going with that one. Stream key can be found on YouTube in your streaming tab. If you don't know how to find it, if you want me to do a video, if not, go to Google and Google this thing. You should be able to find a video on how to find your stream key for streaming. So once you've done that and you've got your stream key, add it into here, then you want to go over to output, and you can see at the moment on output mode I'm currently on advanced. You might be on simple, so if you want to select advanced and then you'll see the same screen that I have at the moment. Couple of important things on this page, just make sure again the encoder is selected the same here. The rate of control is currently CBR, there's a few other things, but again I suggest going with the same that I have selected. Bitrate is something that might be different for you. If you have a slower internet connection, then you want to have this number lower. If you have a better internet connection, you can have it higher. If you need to check your internet connection, then you can check it on speedtest.net. I think that's the website, but anyway, you can Google it and find out your internet connection. If you're on Wi-Fi, that might dip and dive, so I would suggest having something around here. I have really good internet, but I use a Wi-Fi connection, so I can't have it any higher, otherwise I'll experience lag and things like that in the stream. Next thing you want to check is your CPU usage preset. Now I have it on super fast at the moment, you can have it on ultra fast, but the better your computer or the better your laptop, the lower down this list you can go. The slower your laptop and things like that, you want to have it up here. So for me, super fast works best. Again, have a play around, you should know how quick or how slow your laptop or PC is, and I have it on super fast. I have a decent laptop, but for some reason when I stream it uses a lot of CPU, so we have it on super fast. Everything else can stay the same for the moment. Audio, you want to go ahead and, again, just make sure everything in this list is the same as what's on your screen. But the one thing that you want to be selecting is your microphone. I currently have a blue snowball, so that's what that is there. You select it in the drop-down list, and you can see a list of all the different microphones that I currently have on the computers. So make sure that your microphone is selected here, and that's in the mic/auxiliary audio device. Next thing, you want to go down to video, and you can see here the base resolution at the moment is 1080p. I'm currently downscaling the output resolution to 720 and using the downscale feature of bicubic. I would suggest doing the same thing. This means that I'll be streaming in 720p. If you want to stream in 1080p, if your internet is that good and your computer runs that fast, then you can do so by in the drop down menu going to 1080. And that will stream you in 1080p. But for me, I'm in 720, so that's where it is here. Also, you can select your frames per second that you want on your stream. I currently have it on 30, again, because I don't have the fastest of computers. I'm on 30, but if you have a fast computer that you think can stream 1080p for 60 frames per second, or 720p, 60 frames per second, go ahead and select your frame rate there. Hotkeys for the starting off period, I would not suggest using them. You can set them up if it makes it easier for you. But that's simply where you just press a button and then the stream will do something. So if you want to start streaming, you press a button, or stop streaming, it's the same button. So if you want to start streaming, you just press spacebar. If that's easier for you, then you can set it up there. Start recording, things like that. Show the webcam, hide the cam, show alerts, and anything down here. Just again, I'm not using hotkeys. I've been streaming for a while and I don't use hotkeys. It's something that if you want to do, then you can set up. So on the advanced tab up here, this is pretty important. You want to set this to high. This because the OBS app will then be at the top of the list, and the CPU will be mostly processing to this rather than anything else. If this is lower down and you have something that was running, then it might take priority over this, and OBS might lag, and you might experience some problems. So I would suggest going with high. That's what I run on, and you can see here video render. There's again a drop down list, but go with this one. And again, just copy down anything that you see on here. Make sure that's all the same. It should be, because I haven't changed too much as far as settings go in this one. So then you go ahead and click apply and then OK, and that would set it up. So to get your things onto the stream, I'm going to show you now. You want to go over to sources. You can either press this, which is the add button, or you can right click. Over here you can see currently my microphone is running as well as desktop audio. If you have any music playing or anything like that on your computer, it will show up here and it will come into the stream. So if you don't want music, you want to listen to music while you stream, but you don't want the stream to hear that music, you can go ahead and mute that. Or if you do want the stream to hear the music, I would suggest not having copyright music, but if you do have music, then it might show up here. Just a quick warning. So to find the Elgato, you want to right click or press the add button and then go over to the menu here. And as you can see down the bottom, it says video capture device, so go ahead and select that. Then this window will pop up, and you can see here create new, and we have video capture device. You can rename that to Elgato if you wish, just to make things a little bit easier. But there we go, we're going to go ahead and click OK. So at first this will come up, and you want to go ahead and select the Elgato on the devices. Once you've done that, you'll see down here we have the default device resolution. You can reselect that to custom if you want to use a different resolution. You can use 720 or 1080. So for now we'll select 1080, which should be the device's default anyway. And frames per second, again, match output frames per second is the best, and then all these should be the same anyway. Go ahead and click OK. And then here we go. This is the Xbox popped up. This should be in the window. So if you just want to stream with, remind me later, please, Elgato. I don't have the update, because sometimes if you update Elgato or you update OBS, you can experience problems, as I have in my my stream. So once you're here, you can stream like this if you wish. If you want to add a camera and things like that, then I'm going to show you now. If you just want to stream with just this, then I guess this is the end of the video for you. Thank you for watching. But I'm going to add some more things to this to make it look a little bit better. So if you want to add a webcam, you can do so. Now, I currently have my webcam and everything set up here, so it's not actually going to work once I set it up. But the way you do that is if you right click, go to add, go to video capture device, as we did before, then probably put camera into there. When you click OK, you can see here it will come up with a different list. So if you select the Logitech or whatever webcam you're using, and then it should, I'm just going to discard this for now, it should come up like this. So if I go to my webcam properties like this, as you can see here, here's the Logitech camera. At the moment, I currently have a 320 by 240 as my resolution. That makes it just a little bit smaller, which I think is better. Then you go ahead and select it, and it should come up down here. You can resize this if you wish, but I would suggest just leaving it if you have the smaller resolution, just because it won't make it grainy and anything like that. If you do, look at my hair, by the way. If you do resize it, then it might make it grainy or not. So I would suggest just having a smaller resolution straight off the bat, and then making it bigger or smaller as you need it. If you need any overlays or things like that, as you can see, this is my overlay, and obviously I have a webcam overlay as well. Then I'll do a separate video on how to make them. But once you've added the camera, you should be good to stream. And I think it just looks a lot better if you have a face cam on when you're streaming. And that's that. So once you have your camera, your microphone might be needed to sync up. You can do that using the mixer by go ahead and selecting this. And I currently have it on 1100 delay. This always changes for me. For some reason, when I stream with OBS, sometimes my audio is out of sync, and my chat lets me know, and I have to resync it. And that's just by changing this number higher or lower, and that will delay the microphone to match the webcam. And that's that. If you need to delay your webcam to match the Elgato, you can do that as well by right clicking and go into filters, and then you can see here I currently have a 900 millisecond delay on my webcam, so that means that it's matched up with the Elgato, so I don't react before it happens on screen. So I would suggest doing that as well. And again, it's something you might have to mess around with and find and tweak to make it perfect for you. But that's how you get your webcam on. I currently have Twitch alerts, which is there, the overlay, which is this, webcam overlay, which is this, and then I have my my game capture. as well, which currently isn't on because it's on here. So that's how you do that, and that's basically it for this tutorial. If you want to know how to make webcam overlays or stream overlays, I can do that for you if you wish. If you want to see that video, let me know in the comments. But that's basically it. You can set it up, then you just press start streaming, and it should connect to your YouTube, and you'll be good to go, or your Twitch, or whatever you're going to stream on. And then once you're finished, it will say stop streaming here, and you press stop stream if you want to record or anything like that. So yeah, that's it for this tutorial. Thank you very much for watching this. Again, if you want to see anything else, let me know in the comments. Leave a like on the video if you did find this useful, and I'll see you guys in the next one very soon.